Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV playthrough video as we continue with my Endwalker journey. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are as well. Let's get into a bit of a recap. Last time in Garlean, the Scions left the Baldessian Annex on the hunt for Monteshane, one of our staunchest allies in the Forum, after a missed visit whilst we ventured in Thavner. A quick hunt around the studium later, and we found ourselves back to school soaking in a lecture from Monty himself about the enchantment members of the Forum were subjected to in order to purposely hide the details of their duty of greatest importance, meaning they could not speak of it even if they wished to do so. With our return to school out of the way, it was time for the Scions to begin the planned offensive on Garlemald, leading us to Limsa and the office of Admiral Merle. All the gang were present, sending us off to Alamigo for final preparations, and it was there that we were reunited with Rauban, Emmerich, and Gaius, who led us to the rest of the Ilsabard contingent, with somewhat of a surprise party of many friends and allies. Lucia with her Garlean roots spearheading the charge, Sadu, Serena, and Magni from the steppe, Snowlease and the Seven Dwarfs, sorry Pippin, Ballroom Dancer Emanueline, Bunnies, one of the Senna family, Maxima, you get the picture. And so after distributing the protective talismans, as well as of course saying farewell to Tataru, our caravan set off on the road to blistering cold Garlemald. Thancred served up a sneaky distraction along the way, as the rest of us sprung into action, staving off hordes of tempered Garlean soldiers of the 1st and 3rd Legions, who were once at each other's throats until the point of tempering. Finally we disposed with their leader Virgilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, with a little help from our eastern friends. With that, we were free to make our way to newly named Camp Broken Glass, where we set up our base of operations with the plan of locating and helping as many innocent Garleans out there in the wilderness as we possibly could. And that's about where we left it off. Don't forget, if you're new here and you're enjoying the videos, to hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it, and I'll come and hunt you if you don't. Shout out to all the members. You guys rule. You can become a member, hit the join button just below this video, join the Discord, hang out, all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city, for therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
True.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine.
Oh yeah.
Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
Do we have Porksies? I guess we have
A promising
Angelo.
idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a Porksie of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next.
So what's your suggestion? Sickard?
My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Who has to find them?
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
You think?
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Wait, you have one as well.
'Twould be my honor to be of service. Though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
Yay.
That leaves us with guard duty.
Yay. Hey, at least we don't have to do
As a
anything.
matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino.
Oh.
Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rime. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
That is what I'm useful for? Navigation? They're like, ice fields. I love ice fields. Oh, wait. No, I don't. The Warrior of Light. Yay.
As ever, you do not want for enthusiasm. But given your experience traipsing about through Kurthus, I should be surprised if you let a little inclement weather dampen your redoubtable spirits.
Too many big words.
And even if that were the case, the promise of hot soup upon your return would surely spur you to action.
I'm already
You
here.
all
I'm
have
going
your
back to the
duties.
first.
Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
How did she get commander position? What is this? Giving out orders in exchange for soup. You kidding me? Okay. Gods be good. If it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when we next meet. It makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. Hey little buddy, you cold there? What ho, chums? Been given something to do, have you? As it depends, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we're to scout the Eblan Rime for survivors. What? Wander around the ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You'd take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. We shouldn't have told him. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing, or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an ether current? Ah no, just a wind sprite. I've done that. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo, what do I see o'er yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A girl? A survivor? Show me. Over there, behind that tree. Looks like she's running away from something. Though surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress. A rather fetching one at that. Oh? Pale green dress. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near. But we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful. Thank you. But won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And lest we forget, the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Damn, Manolin. Now go and Godspeed. Okay. A trail of fresh footprints lead east. These footprints appear to be the same as those you saw previously, and they lead towards the building. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first, we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible that she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? Hello? Girl? Oh, I see it, hey! The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surroundings. Were you to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It would be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Follow the girl from a safe distance. Okay. I'm gonna have to use this to hide, aren't I? Pant. So far, so good. Go. Where's the next one? Ew. Get behind the tree, too. Someone there. Who are you? Stay away. Wait, did she see me? No! The RP walk failed me. God damn it. Back to P1. You know, it's really kind of her to go back and let me redo it. Okay, we're behind the tree. She sees nothing. Is someone there? I must be imagining things. Must have been the wind. Okay, go. Stay behind the tree. I need the Mission Impossible music for this. Oh! I knew she's gonna do that. I'm going up here. Oh, if those beasts spot me, I'm done for. We're going up behind this tree. This is gonna be a tough one, I bet. No? Okay, we're chilling. I hope my luck holds. Shh. Shoosh. Got to keep going. They're all depending on me. Who's they? Oh my god, I'm the stealth master. This is it. The final spurt. She could have worded that differently. Tree. Or is she gonna actually go for it? I don't trust her, man. Okay, she made it. Now we can ambush her. So who is she? Phew, still in one piece. This is kind of creepy. Hey. Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Why? Please, we just want to talk. I'm Alphino, and this is my sister Alize, and our good friend too. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telophoroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald, and they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we're striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Telophoroi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name's Licinia. As for how I've managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question. The music? Ever since that night, and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. The roar. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up for a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran, past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers. Or it was, but now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. Oh, okay. I just wanted to keep everyone else safe, and I didn't know if you were... The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help. Can you? Of course. Whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. So how many are there? There's 4 people. This is everyone. Licinia says you can be trusted. But these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that is too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic, Alize? We'll have a fire burning in no time. May we build it under that gazebo? The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes, yes, do as you will. Okay. So what makes them different? Why'd everybody else turn and they didn't? And what was the roar? Was that a radio? It is. They got the fire going already. Yo. Cool. Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? Alfie's our healer, yeah. We got this. Don't you worry. I'm getting big Fallout vibes from this. Oh, it's the Garlean theme. Dun 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 dun. That's cool. That's a cool little version of it. I can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now would be a good occasion to make use of Amanilin's tinctures, the ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? Is Amanilin just handing out fucking whiskey? Is that what this is? Tincture, yeah, okay. The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies it will return with a vengeance. Being gifts from the notoriously unreliable Amanilin, it is highly doubtful this concoction will have the intended effect. If only there were willing and, more importantly, unwitting volunteers on whom to test it. Oh. We're doing that. Warming tincture? I've never heard of such a thing. No harm in trying. But tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magitech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for lack of ceruleum. Of course, Ceruleum Ingens is full of the stuff for all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. All is well, yes, never better. Really? Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poison by any chance? Wow. It was a joke, if I laugh, 'tis that I may not weep, so said the poet. And alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. Okay. We're the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren lie dead or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlean was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the dishevelled remains, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the palace. Each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cards on our final judgment. That guy's kind of like, yeah, he feels kind of hopeless. A tincture. May as well drink it, I suppose. Little sipple. Little midday sipple, don't worry about it. This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted with the finest ore, sourced from Locus Amonis, it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell to ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled or ended up like all the others, because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Amonis. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hoped to take back what was once ours. 'Tis a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. He's got a little hope. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. But he's going a little bit insane. Okay. It was a cunning strategy faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. We'll let him have his hope. So, this is what you gave the others. Thank you, I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying in Laternum? I saw Legatus Vergilia's troops heading towards the Magna Glacius a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call it. And Vergilia and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glacius? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Airships? Then there might be a way to... Licinia? Where is everyone? Is she hiding somebody? Is something the matter? A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby almasty has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have been known to attack people too. Do they know your name? Do they speak? I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. She's changing the subject. If you've a mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there, people whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange, lots of food, and that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach their den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp, if the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. You'd best watch out for baby almasties, yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. To reach Tapper's Den, you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier just to look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. Yeah. Yeah, you watch yourself too, Licinia. Yeah. Almasties, you say? Huh. Who goes there? How did you find us? What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over at Victor's Spoils hadn't given away our location, you'd have never found us. Those stuck-up arseholes thought they could come waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot now the capital's gone to shite. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, sellsword. If they think we'll give in to intimidation, they've got another think coming. Whoa, boys, whoa! Okay, you're dead. Oh, you want to do this? Then fine. Sure. You guys started it. There we go. Okay. There you are! Just after you left, Licinia asked me to go catch up with you, in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I've a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. Someone. So this is Tapper's Den. Well then, after you. Heyo, I just killed your guards. Who are you? What happened to the guards? Eorzeans and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any god's damned sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands? Girabanya, Yankshire, Balsia, Dalmasca, but to name a few. Some dragged here against our will. Others fed bollocks about a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. About the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is Ceruleum Ingens, still sustaining us even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days. Well, with the city in ruins, we take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we can trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. We can certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we managed to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us, thanks to the Empire, and the knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Garlemald. So we're staying here for the time being. Long as there's a need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by, even if Garlemald as we know it is gone for good. Gone for good? What does that mean? Alze? What does that mean? Regardless of what the Ilsebar contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be a cause for celebration, while for others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people, their lives, their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there'll be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. So you've come seeking Ceruleum, have you? What? Those purebloods up at Victor's Spoils sent you? To turn to their enemies for help, they must be more desperate than I'd thought. Then again, Licinia's got her little sister to think about. That's who it was. A sister, but we only saw Licinia and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may have refused Licinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? Alright. I can't for the life of me think why Licinia would keep her sister a secret from us, but we can ask about that after we've delivered this ceruleum. Come, let's hurry back. Why would she hide her sister? I mean, probably just protection, I don't know, like... This isn't right, it's too quiet. I would have thought Alphina would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. I bet her sister's getting enthralled and she's halfway there or something. Oh, there they are. What the fuck happened here? Are they dead? They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know what you're about. Wow, dudes. We help you out, we give you some whiskey? Motherfuckers. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, then you swoop. Here to help. What a rot, all a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in, put ourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong, that's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later, we've got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles in a bed that was still warm. It's true. Licinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. And if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill. The empty bottles prove it, so the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry, or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you. Wow, they really hate us, huh? You invade our homeland, tainted with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, than be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for a chance to free them, since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them. But find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries, and theirs. I will join you in the search after. Alright. Be careful. We'll do our best to find them quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. I don't know, like, I don't trust Alvi being left here with him, but I think he'll do alright. He'll be fine. 2 sets of fresh footprints, young women judging by the size. This is definitely them. Come on. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route so as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place, it's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for her ailing sister to cross the ice. We could really do with Alphinaud's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Okay, Raggy. The empty bottle smells faintly of alcohol. The thin coating of dirt indicates it has been here for some time and is unlikely to have any connection to Licinia or her sister. Oh. Well, shit. Maybe they went in here? Ether current. Manolian was right. Fresh blood. The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh. Judging by the amount, the victim may have been severely wounded. The trail of blood leads southeastwards. I swear to God if it's just a deer. Oh, I see her. Oh shit, they're both dead? Oh no. The two bodies are already cold. They're not dead, are they? Wow, that's sad. No. The radio? Maybe the radio's the thing that's turning people. I thought they were gonna like bump into each other.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked.
By who? Oh, that's so sad. They only fled because they thought we were bad.
Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold.
True, but if we bring them home, the other guys are gonna be like, you killed them. Oh man.
I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders.
We tried to help.
But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Sheesh, man. This is fucking depressing. Sheesh. Damn, dude. So their whole city and livelihoods and everybody they knew in a moment's notice got torn away from them. And then they just survive out here in the blistering cold, just getting by for however long. And then because of us, we get them killed. Oh man. Ugh. I thought we were over the despair with despair bringers, but no, it just keeps coming. Well, shit. There must have been something we could have done. But what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? I mean, that's the question. We have already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. Sheesh. Alize and Alphino tell me they've finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account?
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
This is true.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald.
Okay.
The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad.
But?
Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
I wonder who that could be, guys. It's never been the Ashians, right?
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Xenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies.
Ah, yeah, well played, Elidibus.
In the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession. And in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
Chaos.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
Van Daniel.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the 3rd Legion's coffers, but the 1st as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the 1st Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor.
The roar?
From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers.
You know, I think this is going to be relevant to is the thing we learned in Garlean with Monty, with the memory stuff and the ink on the page.
But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
Tower of Babel?
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Wait, what? Oh, is this part of the song?
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
I mean, maybe he's been possessed by an Ashen as well.
We are of one mind, then.
What?
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal,
Wow.
and while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
Oh, that's her and her sister.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you.
Yes?
A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
So did they know in advance how to stop it, or is it just luck?
Who do we have here?
Hello?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Jullus Nobanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
Alright, bro, calm down.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
Now don't let him go.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I'll go!
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I get it, I feel it, but we also messed up the last time. What would your mother say if I let the two of you go by yourselves? She would kill me. She really left an impression.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
My brother...
Not in the
keep it
least.
coming.
You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
You'd be literally dead if it
There are
wasn't
many
for me.
dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
You will be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else, remember this. Thancred in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Why were those in italics? Was she trying to hint that Thancred's gonna be there? Like, he's gonna be in the shadows? Are you and the children ready? I will explain the route once we are outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill, then follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead. I want you where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alize and he's Alphinaud. And last but not least, there's two. Two? Where have I heard that before? No matter. Alphinaud and Alize will watch the road ahead, while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter, run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Okay, let's go. Guys, we're not doing this beside a bear, are we? Come on now. This must be the road he mentioned. If we follow this, it should lead to the station. Not the easiest surface to run on. Come on, guys, keep up. That's the station, I presume. This is it, the first stop, that is. Good. It looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No. We're stopping here so I can check for pursuers. Since it appears you've kept your side of the bargain, we can carry on. Thancred would know better than to be caught, so... I know he's following us. North of the station is Regio Demorum, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs, they'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off, understood? From here we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. While the route itself is straightforward, getting past the hordes unseen is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. They would attack their own countrymen? Aye. They spare their own but slaughter the rest without hesitation. Though we'll try to avoid detection, the chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you're to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. While I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back. I see why your comrades chose you. Jullus, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. Your people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people. They're beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Nobody believes us, dude, which is totally understandable. It looks like we're not being followed. We'll continue onward. Oh shit. I meant what I said. These people only deserve death. I stayed my hand before and only out of a desire to remain undiscovered, and that is still the higher priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. Look at what they've become. Would you still stand there and claim that they can be cured? Those exposed to a vast quantity of Primal's ether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it. Now that you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you will think twice before speaking of a cure. I mean, that's just the bad cases. Where's the etherite? Is it underground? We're almost there. You've kept your side of the agreement, so I will keep mine. This way. God damn. Look at this atmosphere. The lightning. Oh. It's creepy. Shit, dude. Oh shit, subway. This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I will be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Dude, I'm getting massive Fallout vibes from the entirety of Garlemald. It's kind of crazy. Wowee. They're just living in a subway. It's plain to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Jullus was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and the snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Lower your voices. While you may be here as my guests, the others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive over there. Oh, they have all their beds? Oh, damn. Kids and stuff. The Aetheryte is not responding. Imposing commander. Oh shit, nice beard, bro.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
I present to you our commander.
Is he gonna be someone we know?
Lord Quintus Van Kina,
nope.
Legatus of the First Legion.
The First? I had no idea you had survived.
Ah. So he was on Varus's side?
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
Can we assume, like,
we
neutral?
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Why do we start this off in the worst footing possible?
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable.
Dude, he sounds exactly like Varus.
Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and Empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
It's so funny. They're like, yeah, no, we had no choice but to like conquest the entire fucking universe. Sorry guys, we were forced, our hands were forced.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat.
True, but like, I'd say we somewhat deserve
After
it.
compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Come on, man. Come on. Oh.
Answer me this, young peacemakers.
Maybe?
If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald?
He still doesn't get it.
Is it because we do not share your faith?
I mean, by unity and prosperity, he means conquer and conquest. Like, this is what they don't get. And that puts us in exactly the same situation as he just said, that they would be like shamed. They, like, their third eye would be like a mark of shame. Well, we would have some like relevant mark of shame to us in that situation then. We would just be on the shoe would be on the other foot.
That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not?
No.
Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils.
So that's it then. He's just going with the dog-eat-dog world.
That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope.
Jesus, man.
It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The fuck?
You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
Bro, I will kill you all right here, right now. Well...
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition.
Yeah?
Collar them.
Whoa! What? Touch me and I take your head. No. What the fuck is this?
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock. Stop. Keep away from that one.
Me? What?
The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Damn fucking right. You know who I am?
Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
Okay.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll
Payback
forget
time.
we're even wearing them soon enough.
Payback time. I can get Alfie and Alizé good.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Dude, you're just an idiot. This one's more poetic, but I like this one because it's a little hit at him, you know? He's saying that he's bitter. Even the most bitter adversary must one day see reason. Wait, did Emmett say that?
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna convince him. He seemed a bit shocked how all that went. Get it? Shocked. Okay. Well, that seems like a pretty good place to call it. Yeah, this has been a very interesting kind of turn of events up in Garlemald. I didn't see any of this coming. I thought it was going to be a whole different vibe. Still haven't seen Xenos or Fandaniel. We haven't touched really on any of that. We've only got some information currently about the roar and the radio protects people. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff still unanswered. But yeah, like, as I said, I thought Despairbringers was done. Apparently we're still in despair mode because that whole part with the sisters was pretty depressing, not gonna lie. But still really well done. And I like where we've gone with things. There's a lot of depth in this whole Garlemald story. But yeah, we'll find out more next time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, hit the join button if you want to help support the channel. I appreciate all the members. You guys rule. And I will see you all next time as we continue in the subway as prisoners. Let's see what happens. See you guys. Peace.